WRAL News is taking you inside Poe Hall. A building on NC State's campus closed because toxic chemicals were found inside. And for the past 6 months, Keely, Arthur, and the 5 On Your Side team reviewed more than 1,000 pages of testing results, and their goal was to plot out where and what was found in the shuttered building. Keely, you have been working so hard along with other team members on this. So proud of you for staying on this. Explain a little bit about what you found.
So we've been doing this because there were a lot of people who were in the building and they want to know what was in the building. And NC State has been working to figure that out for the past year. The building closed in November of 2023 due to toxic chemical contamination, PCBs in particular. And what we did is we compiled all of the testing data from any point in time that NC State took about Poe Hall. So they took testing results in 2018, 2023, which led to the closure, and again 2 more times, once again in 2023 after the closure, and then in 2024. We took all of those results and compiled them into basically a spreadsheet. So let's say, Chris, you were in room 420 and you want to see if it was measured. You can go into our spreadsheet and find that out yourself. And then we also recreated the floor maps to give people a visual.
And you've shown me some of those spreadsheets. It's very detailed, the things that Keely has put together. And so I wonder, how is what you're doing different than the testing that NC State published earlier this year?
Yeah, so the whole point of all of our coverage, I think the whole point of our jobs is to demystify complicated issues that are affecting the public. So when NC State put these results out, they're out there and they've been out there since June, but unless you were a PCB scientist and you had a lot of expertise in how to read the document, especially for students, they did not. So what we wanted to do is take all of that and distill it down into a very easy to understand way. And also, when you looked at NC State's results that came out in June, the floor maps were not created. There was just basically the square of the floor and it showed where the samples were taken, but it didn't show all the rooms where the samples weren't taken. So we wanted to do that, and we did.
Really quick, before we go, I have to ask this. What is driving you so much to stay with this story? I have watched you personally pour hours into this. What has driven you to stay with the story?
I'm never emotional, but there's just so many people who feel affected because of the potential. Well, we know that chemicals were in the building. There are a lot of people with cancer who are also in that building, and they want to know if that had anything to do with it. There's so many women my own age who had breast cancer, who had no family history, were in that building and later became sick. So the driving force is the hundreds of people who have spoken to us who want answers, and so we've tried to do a good job in providing them.
And you've been doing a stellar job, and I just want to tell you right now as a friend, I'm so very proud of the work that you've been doing. You, of course, can see your story tonight at 6 o'clock on WRAL News.
Well, and for months now, Keely and her team have been so